Hello friends, welcome to 200 Linux questions and its answer. We'll solve all the questions one by one, and if you'll practice all the 200 questions thoroughly, then you'll definitely pass your Linux interview. Okay, let's move into the question rounds. In the first set, we'll discuss 10 number of questions, and in each set, we'll discuss 10 each. Okay, in the screen you can see, in the left panel you will see the questions, and in the right panel for each question there is a hint provided. Accordingly, we'll practice on our Linux terminal. Okay. So the first question is create two files, file 1 and file 2 under OPT. OPT is a directory. Okay. You have to create file 1 and file 2 under OPT. How will create? The hint is provided by using the touch command. You have to create. Okay. So let's go to our terminal. Yes. So let's find whether OPT directory is there or not. Yes, OPT is there. So from this current directory you can create by using touch command file 1. Okay, then ls, you see the file 1 is created. If you are in root directory, then also you can create your file. Okay, so how will create? You have to give the complete path opt, then file 2. Let's see whether the file is created or not. ls-n is used to define all the parameters. You see the file 1 and file 2 is created. Okay, so we have completed the question number 1. So let's move into the next question. The next question is you have to delete the files. How will delete the files in Linux? Okay, to delete the file we'll use the rm command. Rm command, by using the rm command you have to mention the file name with a complete path. Okay, it is asking whether you are agree to delete your file. You have to give yes. Now it is deleted. You see the file 1 is not here, and if you are in the directory opt, then also you have to use the rm command, and in the previous command you see there is asking to provide the confirmation to delete the file. But if you want to delete the file in a single command, then you use rm-f. F is used to delete the file forcefully with the file name. We are already in the opt directory, so only will give the file name. Yes, now it is deleted. You see, by using the ls command, ls is used to list the command. Okay, list the files. Now you see both the files are missing because we have deleted the file. Okay, so next move into the question number 3. Question number 3 is create a hard link file of file 1. You can also refer the hint that in the hint it is described ln, then file 1 and the new file. Okay, so here in the terminal once again we will create a file. Yes, file 1 is there. So what we'll do, we'll create a hard link file for file 1. Means by creating the hard link, the replica of the file will be created in other location. So to create the hard link file, we use ln, then give the current file name, and then where you want this hard link file. So always the hard link file is acting as a backup of the parent file. You see, without any error, the command completes and the file is created. So we'll see whether the new file is created at the location where or not. ls You see, the file is created. And this is the hard link file for the file 1. So if we will give the complete flag, see it is located in the location. Okay. So next move to the question number 3. Sorry, the question number 4. The question number 4 is to create a symlink file. Symlink file is the shortcut of any file. How will create the shortcut of file? Shortcut of the symlink file is always created in the same drive. It cannot cross the partition. ln-s. This ln-s is used to create the symlink file. See, in OPT we have created the symlink file of file 1. It is new file is created. So how to identify which is the symlink file? Use the ls command and you see that new file is indicated towards file 1, and in the permission you can see at the beginning L is given. L is the symlink file of any parent file. Next move to the question number 6. The question number 6 is to change the date using commands. So we'll see how to change the date of the system. What is the current date of the system? It is 20th September. Okay. So we'll change the date by using command date-s, then the date 10th August 2020. Yes, the date is changed. So again you use the command date. You can see the date is changed. Okay, you have not mentioned the time, that's why it is started from 12 o'clock. Okay, next move to the question number 7. The question number 7 is to change the default run level 5 to 3. Now we are in a graphic mode, so the run level is 5. You see, the default run level is 5. So we need to change the default run level from 5 to 3. So for this we have to go in RHEL 7 or CentOS 7. We'll use command systemctl This is the graphical target, means the GUI mode is the default run level. So to change into the run level 3, we will use another command, that is systemctl set default to our multi-user mode. The run level 3 is the multi-user mode. Okay, once again check the run level. So to get it effect, you have to reboot the system. Question number 8 is to change the run level from 5 to 3. Okay, so we change it by using run level. Then if I press this, then it will reboot the system and change to the run level 3. Okay, but that is the temporary one. To make it permanent, you have to refer the answer of question number 7. Okay, then go for the question number 9. create a file 1 and set full permission using octal mode. Octal mode means by using the number we will set the permission to the file. Okay, so go to the terminal. Yes, file 1 is present. We will see the permission for the file 1. Now the permissions for this file 1 is read, write, read and read. So we want to give the full permission to the file. So how will give the full permission using octal way? So if we only want to give the permissions to the owner of the file, you use 700 and file name. I will check the file 1 status. The file permission change from read write to read write execute. And if you once again, if you want to give the full permission to the group, then also you have to use the command 770. You see, now it is started read write execute to both user and the group. And if you want to give the read write execute permission to all others also, then use this command change mode 777 then the file name. Then list the file and see. Now the file is having complete read write execute permission. Okay. Then go to the next question. The next question, that is question number 10, to set the permission of a file using our normal method. The file 1 is having the permissions. So we will remove the permissions from the file 1. If I want to remove the execute permissions from the user, so I will use the command change mode u is defining user with minus x, x is defined for the execute permission. Then give the file name. Now use the command. Yes, you see the permission, execute permission has been removed from file 1. If you want to remove the execute permission for all the user group and others, use the command. Now you check the permissions by using ls command. You see, from all user group and others, the execute permission has been removed. If you want to add the only read permissions, to the file 1, then you see then again give the full permission. You see, now the file 1 is having the complete execution and read write permissions in all the level, user, group and others. Okay, all the 10 questions we have completed successfully. In the next video, we will discuss another 10 questions. Okay, these are the some basic questions, and in upcoming videos, we will practice some higher level questions which will help you to crack your interviews.